Crude oil is one of the most essential commodities in the world, as its importance in energy production cannot be overstated. And in this video, we'd consider the top 10 crude oil grades in the world to see what differentiates them from the rest. But first, what is crude oil grade and why does it matter? Crude oil is often called black gold, but not all crude oil is the same. Some types are easier to refine, cleaner to use, and more valuable than others. These differences are known as crude oil grades, and they matter more than you might think. A crude oil grade is a way of classifying crude oil based on its quality. This grade tells refineries how difficult the oil will be to process, and what products, like gasoline, diesel, or jet fuel, it can produce. Crude oil is mainly graded using two factors: density and sulfur content. The first factor is density, measured using something called API gravity. This tells us whether crude oil is light or heavy. Light crude oil flows easily and is simpler to refine. It produces more valuable fuels, such as gasoline and diesel. Heavy crude oil, on the other hand, is thick and sticky. It requires more processing, more energy, and higher costs to turn into usable products. The second factor is sulfur content. Crude oil with low sulfur is called sweet crude, while oil with high sulfur is known as sour crude. Sweet crude burns cleaner and causes less pollution, making it more desirable. Sour crude needs extra refining to remove sulfur, increasing both cost and environmental impact. When density and sulfur content are combined, crude oil is described using terms like light sweet, medium sour, or heavy sour. Light sweet crude is considered the highest quality and usually sells at a higher price. Heavy sour crude is lower in quality and less expensive, but harder to refine. Some crude oil grades are so important, they are used as global benchmarks. Brent Crude and West Texas Intermediate are light and sweet, making them highly valuable. Dubai and Maya crude are heavier and more sour, commonly used by refineries designed to handle tougher oil. Crude oil grades matter because they affect price, refining cost, fuel quality, and environmental impact. Refineries are built to handle specific grades, and using the wrong type can reduce efficiency and increase pollution. In global markets, the grade of crude oil can influence trade decisions, fuel prices, and even national economies. In the end, crude oil is not just about quantity, it's about quality. Understanding crude oil grades helps explain why some oil is more valuable than others, and why these differences play a crucial role in the modern energy industry. Now that we know the importance of crude oil grades, let us look at the top 10 best crude oil grades in the world, based on factors like API gravity, sulfur content, refining efficiency, and global demand. Let's start the countdown. Number 10. Oriente, Ecuador. Oriente crude is Ecuador's primary export grade. It's a medium crude with moderate sulfur levels, making it more challenging to refine than lighter oils, but still valuable on the global market. Oriente is widely used in US and Asian refineries that are equipped to handle heavier blends, and it plays a key role in South America's oil economy. Number 9. Dubai crude, United Arab Emirates. Dubai crude is one of the most important benchmark oils for pricing Middle Eastern exports to Asia. It's a medium sour crude, meaning it contains higher sulfur levels than premium grades, but it's highly reliable and consistently produced. Despite its lower quality compared to lighter oils, Dubai crude's strategic importance and steady supply earn it a spot on this list. Number 8. Kuwait export crude. Kuwait export is another medium sour grade from the Middle East. It's heavier and more sulfur-rich than Brent or WTI, but it's produced in massive volumes and feeds some of the world's most advanced refineries. Its value comes from scale, consistency, and Kuwait's central role in global oil supply. Number 7. Maya crude, Mexico. Maya crude is one of the world's most famous heavy crude oils. It has high sulfur content and low API gravity, making it difficult to refine. But when processed correctly, it yields large quantities of fuel oil and asphalt. Specialized refineries in the United States are designed specifically for Maya crude, making it a critical component of North American energy infrastructure. Number 6. Urals crude, Russia. Urals crude is Russia's flagship export blend. It's a medium sour crude, created by blending lighter Siberian oil with heavier grades from the Urals region. Urals crude is widely used across Europe and Asia, and is known for its stable composition and dependable supply. Number 5. Saharan blend, Algeria. Now we enter the premium category. Saharan is a light, sweet crude, meaning it has low sulfur content and high API gravity. This makes it cheaper to refine and ideal for producing gasoline and diesel. Because of its quality, Saharan blend often trades at a premium and is highly sought after by European refiners. Number 4. Bonny Light, Nigeria. Bonny Light is one of Africa's most valuable crude oils. It's light, sweet, and easy to refine, producing high yields of transportation fuels with minimal processing. Its low sulfur content also makes it more environmentally favorable than heavier crudes, which adds to its global appeal. Number 3. Brent Blend, North Sea. Brent Blend is one of the most famous crude oils in the world. It's a light, sweet crude, used as a global pricing benchmark for nearly two-thirds of internationally traded oil. Beyond its pricing role, Brent is prized for its consistent quality and versatility in refineries across Europe, Africa, and Asia. Number 2. West Texas Intermediate, or WTI United States. WTI is America's flagship crude oil. It's extremely light and sweet, making it one of the easiest and cheapest oils to refine into gasoline and diesel. WTI is also a major pricing benchmark, especially for North American markets, and its quality places it near the very top of the global hierarchy. Number 1. TAPIS Light / Saudi Arab Light, Saudi Arabia. Taking the top spot is Saudi Arabian Light Crude. This oil strikes the perfect balance, light enough for efficient refining, yet abundant and stable in supply. Saudi Light is used globally, trusted by refiners, and produced at scale unmatched by almost any other crude grade. Its combination of quality, availability, and strategic importance makes it the most influential crude oil in the world. Crude oil quality shapes everything, from fuel prices to refinery design and global trade flows. While light, sweet crudes dominate in value, heavier oils remain essential to meeting the world's massive energy demands. Understanding these differences helps explain why some barrels are worth far more than others, and why oil remains one of the most complex commodities on Earth. Let us now look at the origin and evolution of oil. Crude oil is a naturally occurring liquid made mostly of hydrocarbons. It forms over millions of years from microscopic plants and algae that died, sank to the bottom of ancient seas, and were buried under layers of sediment. Heat and pressure slowly transformed this organic matter into oil and natural gas, which then migrated into underground rock reservoirs. Crude oil is one of the most important natural resources in human history. Today it fuels cars, industries, and entire economies. But long before oil-powered modern life, humans discovered it naturally, seeping from the earth itself. This is the story of the origins, discovery, and early use of crude oil. Crude oil began forming millions of years ago. Tiny plants and algae lived in ancient oceans. When they died, their remains sank to the ocean floor and were buried under layers of sediment. Over time, heat and pressure transformed this organic material into crude oil and natural gas. Trapped beneath the Earth's surface, oil slowly accumulated in underground rock formations. Humans first encountered crude oil, where it naturally seeped to the surface. As early as 3000 BCE, civilizations in Mesopotamia discovered sticky black liquid bubbling from the ground. They used it to waterproof boats and buildings, bind bricks, and even for medical treatments. In ancient Egypt, petroleum-based substances were used in mummification and medicine. Bitumen, a thick form of crude oil, played an important role in preserving bodies and constructing monuments. In ancient China, around 600 BCE, people made a major breakthrough. Using bamboo poles, they drilled shallow wells to reach oil and natural gas beneath the surface. This oil was used for lighting and heating, while natural gas helped evaporate salt water to produce salt, an essential resource. Meanwhile, in ancient Greece and Rome, oil seeps were recorded by scholars and used in medicine and warfare, including early incendiary weapons. For centuries, the use of crude oil remained limited and local. People collected oil from surface pools and shallow pits, mainly for lamps, waterproofing, and medicine. There was no large-scale production, and oil had not yet become a major energy source. Everything changed in the 1800s. As the Industrial Revolution expanded, demand for energy grew rapidly. Whale oil, the main source of lighting fuel, became scarce and expensive. Scientists began experimenting with crude oil and discovered that it could be refined into kerosene, a cleaner, cheaper fuel for lamps. In 1859, a defining moment occurred in Titusville, Pennsylvania. Edwin Drake successfully drilled the world's first commercial oil well. For the first time, crude oil could be extracted in large quantities and sold profitably. This marked the beginning of the modern oil industry. At first, crude oil was mainly used for kerosene lighting. It was also refined into lubricants for machines and asphalt for roads. Gasoline, now the most valuable fuel, was initially considered waste and often discarded. By the early 20th century, with the invention of automobiles and engines, crude oil became essential to transportation and industry. From ancient oil seeps to drilled wells, crude oil evolved from a simple natural curiosity into a resource that reshaped the world. Now you know the top 10 crude oil grades and the importance of grading oil, as well as origin and evolution of crude oil, an essential commodity that has been and will continue to be a key input in the global energy production for powering the world. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more deep dives into global energy.